Hey, come see us do live shows January 3rd in Los Angeles, Honolulu after that, Baltimore, Maryland, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. AOC got it stuck right in her face again. Breaking, Gerry Connolly wins the Democratic Steering Committee nod for House Oversight, beating AOC 34-27 after Nancy Pelosi waged a last-minute campaign to tank AOC's bid. This is what working within the Democratic Party gets you. It gets you nothing. And why many of us have left the party to vote third party. Join us. That's Proud Socialist, power to the people. I'm following them. So Gerry Connolly won the top seat for the Democrat on the steering committee in the House Oversight. The House, that's at least Nancy Pelosi, Mama Bear, when she mauls AOC, it matches her lipstick. Here it is. There's the Democrats pick Gerry Connolly for oversight post, rejecting Ocasio-Cortez bid. That guy, look at spring chicken, that guy. Obviously, that guy won on pure sex appeal. He's like John Bolton's Trekkie cousin. House Democrats on Tuesday picked 74-year-old Rep. Gerry Connolly to lead the party next year atop an influential congressional committee, pushing aside growing calls for generational change in leadership ahead of a second term for Donald Trump. 74, guy's a spring chicken. Remember, Strom Thurmond died at the age of 100 years old, and Stephen Colbert voted for him. In a closed-door meeting, the majority of the caucus voted for Connolly to be the top Democrat on the House Oversight Committee over 35-year-old Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who campaigned on calls to pass the torch to younger leaders. Connolly has seniority on the committee, having served on it for 16 years. The vote was 131-84. The Virginia Democrat on Monday had won the endorsement of a Democratic panel that makes recommendations for committee assignments. But Ocasio-Cortez and her allies had said the initial vote was close enough to keep her in the race and try again at Tuesday's caucus-wide meeting. Boy, there's nothing more cutting edge than a Virginia Democrat, am I right? God damn. Stagnation goes down better with a mint julep. In a brief statement on social media, Ocasio-Cortez wrote, I tried my best. Sorry, couldn't pull it through, everyone. We live to fight another day. You haven't ever fought.
Oh, jeez.
You rolled over for the establishment, and they're still screwing you, metaphorically. It's metaphorically. By fight, she means we live to fight another day. By fight, she means capitulate harder. Representative Ann Kuster, the chair of the New Democratic Coalition, said some of her members who come from swing districts and tend to vote moderately had concerns about Ocasio-Cortez supporting primaries against other Democrats. Even though Ocasio-Cortez pledged not to primary other Democrats or support Democrats primarying other Democrats. She pledged that in closed-door sessions this week. I think there are members that very much want this generational change, but I think members who had only been here a couple of terms gave them pause, Kuster said. Or Custer, I don't know how you say her name. Ocasio-Cortez's loss comes as several other younger Democrats won the ranking spots on other committees, pushing out more senior members, but AOC couldn't. It's all part of a generational struggle in the party that has grown more urgent following Democrats' electoral defeat last month that handed Republicans complete control of Washington come January. Wow. It's important to have generational change because inflating the military's budget is a good thing when it's done by people whose pants are tight at the calves. Remember, Downstairs hair, more wiry. Here she is. What did AOC get for sucking up to Genocide Joe and Boss Pelosi? She got absolutely nothing. Nothing. You know, as Bernie showed, Biden is just irresistibly magnetic. That's what that is. I mean, she's going to get hers for suck. She already got some sweet shades. Am I right?
Yep.
John Truffle, is that his name? Says, wow, I'm sorry, but there's no other way to read this than AOC completely abandoning the principles that got her elected and made her famous. That she then got rolled by Nancy Pelosi and lost her bid is just humiliation icing on her cake of betrayal. Because referring here to AOC saying that privately she signaled to other Democrats that she might no longer back congressional primary challenges to her establishment colleagues, according to 3 people familiar with her remarks. The question had been raised when the New York Progressive made her case in a steering and policy committee meeting for why she should be the top Democrat on the Oversight Committee. It would mark a departure for the outspoken progressive, meaning AOC. She's not progressive or outspoken, who came to Congress by primarying a Democrat leader and has also backed challenges to other sitting lawmakers since then. So she's like, hey, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to be a good little girl, and I'm going to go along with the establishment Democrats. Can I please be the head of the Oversight Committee? No. No. She sold out everything she ran on, everything that made her famous, and they stuck it right in her face anyway. That's beautiful. I think it's telling that the main defense to this day is to say, well, she must have been lying. So this is what people are saying. So they're trying to defend AOC selling out and saying, I won't primary any more Democrats. The way they defend her is say, well, she was lying when she said that. Here it is. How many times has she actually done that? And how many politicians have you seen lie to gain power? So she was just lying to gain power, according to Gawan Wade. Fred Tobin says, y'all are stupid. You have no concept of how to ever win anything. The institution lies constantly. So she lied back in an attempt to gain power in it. If anyone believed her, she would be heading the committee. Clearly, they didn't buy it either. So the main defense is to say that AOC was lying. She's a big liar so she could gain power. That's amazing. I think that's amazing. By the way, if you go to AOC, she has a merch shop, you know, where she sells T-shirts and things. And now she has, new to the AOC shop is a I'll Say Anything to Get Elected hoodie for only $65. I'll say anything to gain power. AOC, it's her new hoodie. Barbarianism critic says, I genuinely hope a lot of the stragglers can finally let go of the fantasy that the AOC method is the way to fix things, meaning going inside the party and rolling over to the establishment. That's how you fix things. At this point, I don't know how even the dedicated DSA types, her real fan base, don't see it. The DSA, while there might be individual members who are well-meaning, the DSA is a completely controlled PSYOP organization infiltrated by the CIA and the FBI, and they completely are, there's nothing socialist alternative about them. They are backers of the capitalist, warmongering authoritarian, corporatist Democratic Party. The DSA is a sham organization, which is why nobody knows who's the head of it. Isn't it funny you never heard from the head of the DSA? Ever. Brianna Joy Gray says, following AOC's loss, will any of the inside strategy leftists acknowledge they were wrong all these years and that I and the force to vote adversarial left wing were right? She includes me in the force to vote because this is the thing that I started. So just as with Bernie, they're learning that progressive politics actually means continually losing accepting it, and hoping for better crumbs next time. And this happens every generation, which is why there's no generational shift with the Democratic Party ever. So all I can say is ha ha. Ha ha ha. I was right. Brianna Joy Gray was right. We're still right. Of course, because it doesn't take a genius to see this. Oh, they have a strategy. Remember Nina Turner was lying when we have a strategy around forced to vote. What was their strategy? Remember Pramila Jayapal saying that, if they would have forced a vote on Medicare for All, it would set the Medicare for All movement back. Hey, how's that movement going? How's it? Are you guys right on the precipice of getting Medicare for All, are you? They're all liars. Okay, well, ha. Hey, come see us do live shows January 3rd in Los Angeles, Honolulu after that, Baltimore, Maryland, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.